Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. If you love discovering hidden value in everyday pocket change, then today's video is going to blow your mind. We're about to uncover the surprising story behind one of Japan's most iconic coins, the 1999 Japanese 10-yen coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another small denomination coin, something easily overlooked in a handful of change. But what if I told you that this simple copper coin could actually be worth a fortune? Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this little piece of Japanese currency has captured the attention of collectors around the globe, and how it might be worth way more than you think. Let's begin by talking about the coin itself. The 10-yen coin has been a staple in Japanese currency for decades. First introduced in 1951, it features a design that's instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with Japanese money. The obverse side of the coin proudly displays the Byodo-in, a stunning Buddhist temple located in Uji, Kyoto. This temple is so iconic that it's also featured on Japan's 10,000 yen note. The reverse side of the coin shows the denomination in kanji, along with the year of minting, in this case, Heisei 11, which corresponds to the year 1999. Now, Japan mints millions of these 10-yen coins every year. So, what makes the 1999 version so special? Why would collectors pay top dollar for something that's typically worth the equivalent of just a few cents? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and minting anomalies. You see, even though the 10-yen coin is common in general, not every year's minting is created equally. Certain years, like 1999, had a lower mintage or unique production characteristics. Combine that with a growing interest in Japanese coins from international collectors, and suddenly, a once ordinary coin turns into a highly sought-after item. But let's go deeper. What really drives up the value of a 1999 10-yen coin isn't just the date, it's the condition and whether it contains a mint error. Coins that are struck incorrectly, such as being off-center, having a double die, or showing signs of a planchet flaw, are incredibly valuable to collectors. These kinds of minting mistakes are rare, and when they happen on coins from a popular series like the 10 yen, they become even more desirable. And then there's the matter of condition. Coins that are graded as mint state, MS, meaning they have never been in circulation and show no signs of wear, are significantly more valuable. A 1999 10-yen coin found in pristine, untouched condition is already rare, but if it also features a mint error, that's the collector's dream. Over time, demand for unique and rare coins like this has grown tremendously, not just in Japan but globally. With more collectors entering the scene and fewer high-quality examples available, prices have skyrocketed. This is particularly true for coins that are certified and graded by reputable services, which confirm both their authenticity and their condition. So, how do you know if you've got one of these treasure coins in your collection? First, check the date. You're looking for one minted in 1999. Next, examine its overall condition. Does it still have its original shine? Are the edges sharp? Can you clearly see all the details of the Byodo-in temple and the kanji characters? Then, take a close look for any anomalies, doubling of the text, off-center strikes, unusual marks, or anything that seems out of place. These are the signs of a potentially rare coin, and if you think you've got something truly special, don't hesitate to have it evaluated by a professional coin grading service. That small step could unlock the true potential of your coin and possibly earn you a serious payday. Now, let's talk numbers. You might be wondering, how much could this tiny copper coin really be worth? While many 1999 10-yen coins are only worth face value or a few dollars, the rarest, most pristine examples, especially those with unique mint errors, have been known to sell for an incredible $22,000. Yes, you heard that right, $22,000 for a single 10-yen coin. So next time you're traveling through Japan, digging through an old coin jar, or sorting through a collection you inherited from a relative, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when a simple, unassuming coin might turn out to be the hidden gem that changes everything. Today, in this episode, we're diving into the story of a humble yet fascinating coin, the 1995 Japan 10-yen coin. Now, at first glance, This small copper piece might not look like much, but its history, rarity, and collector appeal could mean you're holding something worth far more than face value. So, if you've got some old coins lying around, especially ones from Japan, stick with us, because you just might discover that a coin you thought was common could actually be worth thousands. Let's start with the basics. The 10 yen coin is a staple in Japanese currency. It was first minted in 1951 and has remained an important part of everyday transactions in Japan ever since. Over the decades, its design has stayed fairly consistent, which is part of what makes it so iconic. The front of the coin features the famous Byodo-in Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most stunning examples of traditional Japanese architecture. The reverse shows the denomination written in Japanese characters along with the year it was minted, based on the Japanese imperial calendar. Now, the 1995 10 yen coin corresponds to Heisei 7, referring to the 7th year of Emperor Akihito's reign. While the 10 yen coin was produced in large quantities that year, not all 1995 coins are created equal, and this is where things start to get interesting. Coin collectors, or numismatists, aren't just after any old coin. They're on the hunt for coins that are rare, unusual, or preserved in exceptional condition. The 1995 10 yen coin checks some of these boxes, especially when it comes to specific varieties and unexpected minting errors. That's right, even a small error during production can turn a normal coin into a collectible worth thousands. What kind of errors are we talking about? For example, a double die error, where the design or lettering appears duplicated, can make the coin extremely valuable. Other possibilities include off-center strikes, where the image is slightly misaligned, or planchet flaws, where the coin was made on a defective metal blank. These types of coins are rare by nature, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them, especially when they're from a significant year like 1995. But even without a mint error, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins that have been in circulation tend to show signs of wear, scratches, fading, or loss of detail. But coins that are graded as mint state, MS, meaning they've never been used and look just as they did when they left the mint, are in a whole different category. A 1995 10 yen coin in uncirculated or near-perfect condition is something collectors around the world are constantly searching for. Now you may be wondering, why 1995? What's so special about that year? Great question. The mid-1990s marked a transitional period in Japan's economy and coinage history. While no official announcement was made about any rarity in 1995 coins, many collectors have observed that fewer coins from that year, particularly those in pristine condition, are available on the secondary market. That mystery adds an extra layer of intrigue and demand to coins from this year. In recent years, Japanese coins have been gaining more recognition among global collectors. This increased attention has driven up demand, especially for unique or high-quality pieces. As the collector base grows, so does the value of coins that are harder to find, especially those in top condition or with standout features. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1995 10 yen coin? First, take a good look at its overall appearance. Is it shiny and sharp, or worn and dull? Can you clearly see the details of the temple? Next, check for anything unusual. Look closely at the lettering, the edges, and the strike. If you see anything that looks like a doubling of the image or misalignment, you might be holding something truly special, and if you think you've got a gem on your hands, consider getting it professionally graded. Coin grading services evaluate a coin's condition, authenticity, and even confirm mint errors. Once graded, your coin becomes much more appealing to serious collectors, and can fetch a significantly higher price at auction or in a private sale. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. What's the real-world value of a rare, high-grade 1995 Japan 10 yen coin? While the vast majority will only be worth their face value, a few standout examples, especially those in mint condition with rare features, have been sold for an incredible $20,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $20,000 for a single Japanese 10 yen coin from 1995. So before you toss those foreign coins in a drawer or trade them in for pocket change, take a closer look. That one coin might just be a forgotten treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Japanese currency to uncover the hidden story of a coin that might be quietly sitting in someone's drawer, completely unnoticed, the 1986 Japan 10 yen coin. Yes, this humble little copper coin from the land of the rising sun might just be a lot more valuable than you ever imagined. You might be thinking, it's just a regular 10 yen coin, right? Nothing special. But sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones hiding in plain sight. So, grab your magnifying glass, settle in, and let's explore how this seemingly ordinary piece of change can turn into a collector's dream. Let's begin with the history. The Japanese 10 yen coin has a long legacy that dates back to 1951. It's made of bronze and has remained one of Japan's most iconic denominations for decades. Its front side proudly features the Byodo-in Temple, an architectural masterpiece located in Kyoto. This temple isn't just a design choice, it's a symbol of peace, harmony, and enduring history, making it a perfect fit for national currency. The reverse side of the coin shows the denomination written in beautiful Japanese kanji, along with the year it was minted, which follows the Japanese imperial calendar. For those curious, 1986 in the Gregorian calendar is the 61st year of the Showa era, which corresponds to Showa 61, during the reign of Emperor Hirohito. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The 1986 10 yen coin was minted during a time of economic transition. Japan was on the verge of the economic bubble that would dominate the late 1980s. While these coins were produced in substantial quantities for everyday use, very few have survived in perfect, untouched condition. Even fewer have surfaced with unique minting errors, and that's exactly what sets some of these coins apart. If you're just entering the world of numismatics, that's the study and collection of coins, you'll quickly learn that condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale, with the most flawless examples being marked as MS, mint state. A coin from 1986 that still retains its original shine, sharp edges, and full detail from the minting process is incredibly rare. The majority of coins in circulation get scratched, worn, or damaged. But if you've somehow kept a 1986 10 yen coin in pristine condition, maybe tucked away in a drawer or coin album, you might be holding something very special. But condition isn't the only thing that matters. Error coins, those with mistakes made during the minting process, are extremely valuable in the world of collectors. We're talking about coins with double strikes, off-center impressions, misaligned dies, or even subtle text misprints. These errors aren't supposed to exist, and that's what makes them so exciting. They're like winning a miniature lottery, completely random and incredibly valuable. Now you might ask, why would someone want to pay so much for a small bronze coin from 1986? Because coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a passion, and sometimes even an investment. Serious collectors and investors are willing to spend thousands of dollars on coins that are rare, unique, and historically significant. The 1986 10 yen coin sits in a fascinating place in Japan's modern coin history. It's vintage enough to be rare, yet recent enough that many people might not realize its true value. Collectors from around the world are increasingly drawn to Japanese coins. The demand has grown rapidly in recent years, especially for coins that are difficult to find in perfect condition or those with unique traits. And with the global coin market expanding thanks to online auctions and international grading services, coins like the 1986 10 yen are getting a lot of attention. So, what should you do if you think you've got one of these gems? Start by carefully examining your 1986 coin. Look for signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, or dents. If it's shiny, crisp, and has sharp edges with no signs of use, that's a great start. Next, check for anything unusual, doubling in the letters or numbers, off-center designs, or odd textures in the metal. Even small, subtle errors can increase the value dramatically. If it looks promising, consider having your coin graded by a professional grading company. Services like PCGS or NGC can certify the coin's authenticity and condition, which can greatly increase its value if you decide to sell or auction it. And now, for the part you've all been waiting for, just how much could a 1986 Japanese 10 yen coin be worth? Well, if you happen to own one of these rare coins in mint condition, especially one with a notable minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth an astounding $27,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $27,000 for a coin that originally had the purchasing power of just a few cents. So take a look through your coin collection, your travel souvenirs, or even that forgotten drawer filled with old change. You never know, your 1986 10-yen coin might be the hidden treasure you've been sitting on all along. Today, we're taking a journey to Japan to explore a seemingly ordinary coin, the 10-yen coin from 1972. You may have held one in your hand during a trip, or maybe it's sitting quietly in a box of foreign change somewhere in your home. But here's the twist, this small copper coin could actually be worth a small fortune. Let's uncover why this specific coin has become such a hot item among collectors, and why the 1972 edition is turning heads and raising eyebrows in the numismatic world. To start, let's talk about the coin's background. The Japanese 10-yen coin was first introduced in 1951 and has maintained the same core design ever since. The obverse side proudly displays the Byodo-in Temple, a beautiful Buddhist structure located in Uji, Kyoto. The temple is an iconic piece of Japanese history, symbolizing peace and architectural brilliance. Meanwhile, the reverse side of the coin features the denomination in kanji and the date in accordance with the Japanese imperial calendar, in this case, Showa 47, which translates to 1972. Now you might ask, if the design hasn't changed much and the coin is so common, what makes the 1972 version so special? Well, that's where the story gets interesting. While millions of 10-yen coins are minted every year, not every batch is treated equally by history. The 1972 minting year came during a time of economic change and rapid modernization in Japan. Although the country was experiencing technological growth, not all coins produced in this era made it through in perfect condition. Time, circulation, and the natural wear and tear of everyday use have diminished the number of pristine 1972 10-yen coins left in existence, but condition isn't the only factor collectors care about. It's the rare combination of perfect condition and minting errors that really sets a coin apart. These errors can include off-center strikes, double die impressions, planchet cracks, or even misaligned designs. Mistakes like these may seem tiny, but in the world of coin collecting, they're golden. Why? Because they make your coin one of a kind, a true standout among millions. If you happen to stumble across a 1972 10-yen coin with one of these rare mint errors, and it's in mint or uncirculated condition, then you're holding more than just a coin, you're holding history. You're holding a mistake that turned into a masterpiece, the kind of thing that collectors dream of finding. Another factor that affects the value is the global surge in demand for vintage Japanese coins. Collectors from around the world, especially in North America, Europe, and Southeast Asia, are paying close attention to coins from Japan's Showa era. These coins have become more than currency, they're pieces of art, history, and investment. The 10-yen coin in particular, with its elegant design and cultural significance, is quickly becoming one of the most collectible Japanese coins. So, how do you know if your 1972 10-yen coin is one of the rare valuable ones? Start by looking at its condition. If the coin still has its original shine, crisp edges, and no visible wear, you're off to a good start. Then, look closely for unusual markings. Is the image slightly shifted? Do the numbers or letters look doubled? Is there a strange line, dent, or misshapen feature on the coin's surface? These small details could mean big money, and if you think your coin might be special, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading company. A certified grade not only confirms its authenticity but also increases its appeal to collectors and auction houses. A well-graded coin, especially one with an error, can fetch far more than you'd ever expect. So, let's answer the big question. What's the value of a rare 1972 Japan 10-yen coin in top condition, possibly featuring a mint error? You might want to sit down for this, because in today's collector market, such a coin has been valued at an astonishing $30,000. Yes, you heard that right. $30,000 for a 10-yen coin that may be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be rediscovered. So, if you have a jar of coins from a trip to Japan, a drawer filled with old change, or a collection handed down from a relative, now is the time to go digging. That little copper coin from 1972 might just turn out to be your hidden jackpot. Today's video is about something small, simple, and surprisingly valuable, a coin that many overlook but has caught the attention of serious collectors around the world. We're talking about the Japan 10 yen coin from 1993. Yes, that little bronze coin that you might have tucked away in a drawer or forgotten in an old travel wallet could be worth far more than its face value. At first glance, the 10 yen coin doesn't look all that different from other coins in your change jar. It's modest, copper-colored, and has a timeless design that hasn't changed much in decades. But here's where the story gets exciting: not every 10 yen coin is created equal. And the 1993 edition? Well, it's starting to make waves in the world of numismatics, which is just a fancy word for coin collecting. Let's take a step back and understand what makes this coin so special. The 10 yen coin was first introduced in 1951 and quickly became one of the most recognized and widely used coins in Japan. On the obverse side, that's the front, you'll see the stunning Byodo-in Temple, an iconic Buddhist temple located in Kyoto. The image is full of beautiful detail, representing peace and Japan's rich architectural history. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the value written in Japanese characters, along with the year it was minted, which uses the Imperial Japanese calendar. Now, 1993 corresponds to Heisei 5, the 5th year of Emperor Akihito's reign. Economically, Japan was going through a challenging time in the early 90s, the aftermath of the economic bubble collapse. Despite the slowdown, coins were still being minted, but something about the 1993 batch makes it stand out in today's collector market. It's not about how many were made, it's about how many have survived in exceptional condition. Most of the 10 yen coins from that year were used in everyday transactions. They passed through vending machines, cash registers, and people's pockets for years. Naturally, they got scratched, worn down, and eventually replaced. But once in a while, a few coins managed to avoid circulation entirely. These coins were preserved, perhaps collected by someone who saw their potential, or maybe simply forgotten in a safe place. What makes these uncirculated or mint condition coins so desirable is their rarity. A coin from 1993 with a brilliant, untarnished surface, no scratches, and sharp edges is hard to find. That rarity drives up value. But condition isn't the only factor. Some 1993 10 yen coins are even more special. They have minting errors. Now let's talk about minting errors, because this is where things get really exciting. A minting error is a mistake made during the coin production process. These mistakes can include double strikes, off-center images, die cracks, or planchet flaws, and while these may sound like imperfections, in the world of collecting, they're treasures. Why? Because they make your coin unique. They weren't meant to happen. They weren't mass-produced. And that kind of rarity attracts attention, and serious money. So imagine this: you're holding a 1993 10 yen coin that not only survived in perfect condition but also features one of these ultra-rare minting errors. That's not just a coin anymore. That's a collector's dream. With the rise of online marketplaces, coin grading services, and international auctions, coins like the 1993 10 yen are no longer just valuable in Japan. Collectors from the US, Europe, and all around Asia are getting into Japanese coins, especially ones from the Heisei era, which now feels like a chapter of history that's closed, making its artifacts even more desirable. So how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable coins? Start by examining the condition. Does it still shine like new? Is the detail on the temple sharp and crisp? Are the numbers and letters easy to read with no fading? Then, look for anything unusual. A slightly off-center design, extra lines, or doubling in the text, or even an unusual color tone could point to a valuable minting error. If you think your coin has potential, the best next step is to have it graded by a professional. Coin grading services will confirm its condition, check for authenticity, and even detect errors you might miss with the naked eye. Once certified, your coin becomes a certified asset, and that's when collectors will really start to take interest. Now, you've waited long enough. Let's answer the golden question: how much is a rare 1993 Japan 10 yen coin actually worth? If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in top condition, and especially if it includes a mint error, it could sell for a jaw-dropping $25,000. Yes, $25,000 for a single 10 yen coin that many people still see as small change. So before you throw out that jar of old coins or exchange your foreign currency, take a closer look. That little bronze piece from 1993 could be your next big discovery. If you love stories like this, about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a future episode. There's treasure all around us, you just need to know where to look. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.